Do you have any idea how sacred you are? I was coming out of a breathwork session the other day and I just had this most amazing connection with Source. And what I was receiving is that, I wonder about surrender. And so much as surrender, it's hard because I'm a doer. I've been on my own for most of my, more than half of my life, just doing and keeping everything together. And it's so hard to find that balance between like being in surrender and trusting and also like functioning as a human. And where's the line and how does that even work? And um, it can be overwhelming sometimes not knowing what to do. And I always know that when I follow the nudges, those intuitive hits, then it leads me to the right places. But I still get caught up in this like thinking mind, this like doing, what do I need to do? I don't want to just not be active, not take action. I know that we're meant to take aligned action, right? To get to where we want to be. And we have these sacred vessels, like we're so sacred. And the message that I was receiving so clearly from Source is that you are meant to be in action. You're meant to be in action, like living your life, making love, dancing, playing, having fun, creating, using your mind for things that are stimulating and interest you. And when you're doing that, then you stay in this flow and you stay in this aligned state. And then the nudges are so easy to hear and to follow. And I've noticed like my nudges used to feel like an opposite of what I was doing, of like this, it's quiet, but this like, let's go in this direction. But now I've realized like when I'm in a state of just living my fullest, happiest life, like taking care of my human, like prioritizing my human and what feels good and what feels expansive, there's, if it feels warm and expansive, then it's a yes. And if it feels cold or contracting, then, that's not where your soul wants to be. But just in playing and being and doing what feels like the next logical thing, intuitively just following through, it keeps leading me to these places to where it's, yes, the nudges still come, but a lot of times I don't even notice a nudge. I'm just doing and being, and then happen to be in exactly the right place at the right time, like the synchronicities lining up. And that's what surrender is really about, right? It's not just like giving up and not doing anything, but it's doing the things that make your human happy, that help you live it fully self-expressed, like just being a fully self-expressed human and trusting that your higher self, Source, your spirit team, everybody's working together to lead you to all the right places. And your job is to just have fun, is to enjoy this life, to alchemize the pain when it comes, when that contrast comes and it's difficult and things are challenging, to alchemize that, to know that that challenge is happening to lead you where you're meant to be, to lead you somewhere beautiful, and that you can take that moment in that challenge or in that contrast to go down with it and to identify with the like victim self, or to take that moment and to alchemize it into a lesson, into a redirection, rejections, right? It's just redirection. And when you're using alchemy in that way and letting your light shine, like that's what these vessels are. We're here to alchemize and to shine, like let that light shine so bright, just being yourself. And the more you're following your heart and expressing your joy and creating from the depths of your soul and just like really expressing yourself, the more the aligned actions just happen as a byproduct. You don't even have to think about it. It just becomes who you are and how you move in the world. And we have these beautiful bodies, these amazing vessels that are here to just amplify the light, right? But we all often, get kind of bypassy in that, and we want to amplify the light and forget about the shadow. But they're both there and they work together because we amplify the light and we alchemize the shadow. So many people miss that piece of alchemizing the shadows. No, our purpose isn't to heal. Our purpose isn't to do hard work. It's if you're living in the light and alchemizing those shadows, it's just going to work out as a byproduct. Your life will be joyful. Your life will be full. You will feel good about waking up in the morning and feel good about who you're communing with and how you're spending your time. It just happens naturally. So, we're all here. We're light beings. There is no limit to this source. It's unlimited. Our source is unlimited, and it is pure love. So spread that light, shine that light, have some fun, dance, be light, smile at the people you're walking by on the street. Like, let your light shine. And you don't have to look for the shadows. You don't have to dig through and do all of that. Yes, if you haven't done your trauma work, if you haven't done your work, do what feels inspired. But our purpose isn't to dig through and find things to heal. It's to live fully. And as you're living fully, those shadows will make their way to the surface, and you can alchemize them as they come, and live in your fullness and in your joy, and play. When was the last time you played just like for no result, but other than to just have fun? You know, it's snowing in so many places. Go make some snow angels. Go have a snowball fight. Go play and let your inner child just like run free. And I don't know, it's so uplifting to realize that like surrender isn't about doing nothing. Surrender is about caring for my human and trusting that all the spirit, my spirit, that source, that everything is working together to lead me where I'm supposed to be. That's the surrender, is trusting that the soul part, the heart part, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? That's all working itself out if we just take care of this human and follow those internal nudges. They're quiet. Those internal nudges, they're quiet. But when you're in this state of flow, you just feel them, you follow them, follow those nudges. You're going to end up in the right places. Just a little optimism for your Sunday. It doesn't have to be so hard. It's beautiful that you're healing. I'm so proud of you for doing the work. It's not always easy, but also remember, we're here to enjoy this life. We're here to experience all of the emotions, the full range. And we can often get caught up in the healing and the exhaustion and the work of it. And that's great. It's great to be doing your work, to be facing those shadows. But don't forget, like, light is part of it too. That the light shines like so bright and shines on the people around you when we're really just amplifying it, using these vessels to amplify that light. You're not going to run out. You're not going to run out of good vibes. You're not going to run out of love. It's an infinite source. So go be happy. Go play with some people. Giggle, laugh, have some fun. Enjoy your Sunday fun day. I love you all. Thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow.